It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Sentinels and the Condors. And it's all up next.
Now from the birthplace of the game itself, EA Sports so proud to join you from the Hall of Fame city of Canton, Ohio. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Sentinels of San Antonio taking on the Condors of Canton. Along with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin here. And Charles, we take a look at this Canton team as they get ready down on the field. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visiting San Antonio Ball Club, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have...
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially. So he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now a throw here to his running back. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good, as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. Well, we've been used to being here in late July, early August every year for the Hall of Fame ceremonies and the Hall of Fame game. But now we've got an actual franchise once again based in Canton, Ohio. Such a football-crazy town. And they haven't had a team here, though, since the Bulldogs last took the field in 1926. They've waited a while for this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McKinney.
Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make...
In trouble, and he's taken down. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Clemens. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
2nd down and 6 now. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 3rd down, Clemens. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a 1st down as well. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They'll run on 1st down. Clemens. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you've got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And
he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on first and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession. As they come up now, second and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Clemens, only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal. They'll look to throw. The throw left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Well, also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals, but they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. This one a little slow to get cooking, just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. They'll set up a throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A throw over the middle taken in. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. On first down, Clemens. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This offense so far on 3rd down, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Now back to throw. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Back to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Clemens. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2nd and 6. Caught. It's Huff. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. He'll look to throw. pressure, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Gonna look deep for Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown! A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Condors will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He finds his man, complete. That's Shaw. They'll give him 4 yards there. That is 2nd down. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We began by taking a trip across the Atlantic to the City of Light, the French capital of Paris. And it's the Aviators who have the lead in that one. The Aviators locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2nd and 9 now. He finds his man, complete. It's McKinney. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's McKinney. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going right side here, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's McKinney. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Condors take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week, and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Right back to him on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Clemens. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Clemens, and a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing quickly to Wilson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Condors are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now a give right side. Clemens, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Canton offense takes over once again. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd down, triplet, 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Triplet, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Triplet. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 17-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Shaw.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Condors are on their way to a 2-0 start. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
28, Sentinels 3.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Sentinels.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught, and again, it's Goodwin. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Back to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. And he fires one incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 17 yards out.
And the Sentinels are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 28-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
He'll look to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
37 yards on the punt with no return. Back out comes San Antonio. Their defense was able to force the punt a moment ago, but that's really the first of about 8 steps that need to go right for them to get back in this as they start here 1st and 10.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Triplet. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Triplet. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Canton,
it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.